Evening traders, CJ here. Sorry, I've had a really busy day and I haven't been on the charts at all really today, but just doing another recap video on USDCAD. This trade really frustrated, and I actually took a loss on it twice before actually benefiting. I'm going to explain basically the whole trade, how I lost twice, and then how I managed to benefit from the trade. And yeah, basically on the 1 hour, the initial setup was a head and shoulders pattern, and although I've got the 127 key level, this white line here was the neckline, and we broke the neckline, and we looked to retest. So if I zoom in, this body close here was the break. We broke the neckline body close below these wicks. Okay, so that was a violation of structure. And then you could see that we had this rejection candle here, which you could say was our retest. So as the 4 hour candle began, I was expecting that one final trigger, to trigger us in. Had our sell limit order, and I was correct. We had that one final push to fill this wick, and we got triggered into the trade. And it started to go really well. You can see that we wicked up into this 127 key level, rejected it, and we had a push to the downside. However, that wasn't long lasting. There was some fundamental news, and you can see that we got pushed out and knocked out for -1%. We were down here, I think we were 12 pips in profit, and I told people in the group that they could secure profits if they wanted to. I didn't, and I got knocked out for 1%. Once that happened, I entered again at this region. So as soon as we saw we weren't going higher and this bearish candle closed, I entered again around here. And you can see that we pushed back down this profit, but we failed to sweep this liquidity here, and we stalled in this region. Obviously, I then went to bed. My stops were just above the 127 key level, and you can see at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, I got knocked out again for another 1%. Really frustrating, and it wasn't a good way to wake up in the morning. You can see that 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, by the time I woke up, we were floating around entry again, and I was really frustrated. So that happens in trading. I'm already 2% down in this trade, and I was thinking, right, how can I get in next? Now, the reason this happened, by the way, was it just looked like the price went to take out the liquidity from the Asian session highs, and it was just to gain liquidity for this huge push down that we saw today, because you can clearly see that we smashed target and we came right down to the 126 level. We came down all this way. So for me, how did I get in? So I'll show you on the 15 minutes. Again, you can see that this was a strong level of structure, for the pair along here. We hadn't broken this low, and this was the level that was really important. So as you can see, as soon as we created that new low, and I don't like to do this, but I didn't want to miss the move, and I was confident that we had hit the target, is I entered. I entered again on a break here around this region, and that was just because I went with the momentum. I didn't want to miss the trade. We had a strong push down, and you can see that we clearly melted to the downside. Didn't capitalize fully. I banked just shy of 2%, which isn't great, but it got me back to break even from this trade, so I'm happy with how I managed it. I hope this video helps. As always, any questions, let me know. Cheers, guys.